What's up, YouTube gamers? Young Soul dropping another video, and you've heard it, I've heard it, we have all heard it. Sony's going broke. Sony doesn't have any more money. Have fun with PlayStation while it lasts, but it's not going to last another year or two, and it'll be over. Well, Sony has come back and proven all these morons completely wrong. As you've been looking at this on the screen, and maybe you've already seen the link because it'll be in the description, Sony surges as analysts say profit may reach highest since 1998. Now, this is a pretty big deal because Sony is pretty much taking all the divisions that were money losers, the money losing divisions, and got rid of them. When doing so at the time, the Sony haters, most of which were Xbox fanboys, tried to throw that into the PlayStation guys' faces, trying to make it seem like, good riddance to PlayStation. It's almost over. When in fact, that was Sony actually correcting the problem, not exacerbating the problem. See, when you get rid of divisions that lose you money, you're left with the divisions that make you money. PlayStation gaming division being one of the chief among the remaining money-making divisions. Guess what? You start making profits, and you know what you do? You start taking more resources and funneling them toward those money-making divisions. So, if it hasn't already happened, be ready for PlayStation division to get higher budgets. Larger yearly budgets, which means more games, more, DLC. Hopefully, we've seen something else that I might do a video on if I'm not too lazy, that Sony Bend is actually expanding, doubling its developers. You see, you'll start seeing things like that. So what's very interesting is PlayStation, as almost everybody, even the Xbox fanboys, claim that PlayStation is a money-making division. They claim that that's the only money-making division, which in this article actually points out that it's not the only money-making division, but it's one of the only divisions that people know about from Sony that are money-making. They also have some chipsets that also make them money. They also have like cell phone camera lenses or cell phone camera patents that make them a lot of money. But for the most part, PlayStation is probably the biggest brand, that's known for Sony, and it just so happens to be the division. I'm sorry, I'm messing up my words. It also happens to be the division that the PlayStation gamers care about. That's why I always thought it was funny. Xbox fanboys were bashing, PlayStation guys. Sony's cutting out their cell phone division. Like, us PlayStation guys were supposed to be upset about that. Let me put it this way. I've never seen the strongest, biggest Sony PlayStation fanboy ever say, I gotta cut work, or I gotta call in sick because Sony's got a new cell phone and I gotta be at the store so I can be the first one to see it and get it and see all the features that it could do. Nobody cared about Sony Ericsson cell phones. Same thing when they came out with a new laptops and whatever desktops, if they made them. I'm not even sure they made them. But, Sony Vaio has a new laptop coming out tomorrow. Let me call off work. So I've never heard of any PlayStation fanboys doing that. PlayStation fanboys only care about PlayStation division. So in all honesty, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, outside of certain aspects, I wouldn't care if everything else dropped from Sony and it was just a gaming company, for all I care. Now, are there some places where we may care a little bit more about divisions outside of PlayStation? Sure, if it has a potential of helping PlayStation. Let me give you an example. We all know that Sony, either in part or in full, gave control of Spider-Man to Marvel. Guess what they got in return, though? A Spider-Man exclusive game. Ladies and gentlemen, I care about that move, so I care about the movie department. If it can help do more of that and transform their movie making prowess into more games like they did with Spider-Man, well, then now I care a little bit about the movies as much as it can help the games out. But I don't really care. Like I don't take off work. Oh, me and a couple buddies. Let me see. Let me think of some PlayStation dudes like Official VG and Jabari. We need to take off work because a new Sony movie is coming out tomorrow. What's that Sony movie? Who cares what the Sony movie is? It's got Sony at the beginning of the of the opening credits. We gotta go see it. No, nobody ever talks about that. You know what I mean? So that's my point. That's why I always thought it was stupid. Who cares? Like I said, I care to the tune that we can leverage it to get some more stuff in the gaming division. Spider-Man being the perfect example. Hey, if they can find another way with another movie to translate that into some type of a game, I'm all for it. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Sony's proven Xbox fanboys, the ones who talked about Sony's demise, they went ahead and proved those idiots wrong. Prove those capital M morons wrong. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll holla back. Peace.